This is Radio Now 95.3 FM. Come for the news, stay for informed conversations.
And still with news in the country today, the federal government is advising Nigerians in Lebanon to leave the country following Israel's incursion into parts of the country. In a statement issued on Wednesday, the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission asked Nigerians resident in Lebanon to consider moving out of the country while commercial flights are still in operation. The Israeli military has been conducting airstrikes in Lebanon, which it says are targeted at Hezbollah, an action that has led to over 600 deaths. Countries, including Nigeria, have raised safety concerns for their citizens in the Middle Eastern country. For more on this, I'm joined by Abdulrahman Balogun. Mr. Balogun is spokesperson of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM. Good morning and welcome to the conversation, Mr. Balogun.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to have you on. I'm well, thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me. Thank you.
So let's start with this safety concern that you have raised and the response of Nigerians in Lebanon. Have you been able to ascertain how many Nigerians are in Lebanon and what has their response been to your the concern you raised?
Well, thank you very much for that question. Actually, we don't know the actual number of Nigerians there, but we have an embassy there. We are very sure that we have a sizable number of Nigerians who are mainly businessmen and women who reside in Lebanon. And our concern for them is for their safety. Since the war began, we've been in contact with our charge affairs there in Sariyabani and the Nigerian community. We are asking about their welfare and they started organizing themselves, moving from the dangerous area to the southern part of Lebanon so that they will not be affected in the crossfire or on the bombing. So we felt it's important that we quickly give them that travel advice in their own interest before the escalation of the war. And I mean, if you can monitor day by day, the thing is getting worse. Even people who are indigenous Lebanese, they themselves have started moving out of those areas, and we don't know the next area Israeli will target. So that's why.
Mr. Balogun, part of what you've asked is for Nigerians to leave while commercial flights are still operational in Lebanon. Is there a hardline date do we know if commercial flights are planning to suspend their operations there? And if they do, what are the plans for the Nigerians who are left behind?
We have to say that because we don't know. Really, we don't know when commercial flight will stop flying there because nobody wants to fly into a danger zone. But what we know is that till yesterday, their airport is still safe because we don't know the next target of the Israeli. Like yesterday now, they bombed some of the, I think, hospitals and schools where some civilians are taking refuge. And, under the guise that Hezbollah, that they are hiding there, they bombed the school and a lot of casualties were recorded. So in order to avoid that, we don't know when the next maybe bombing of airport and the rest. I mean, as at yesterday now, millions of people are in disarray and are just moving about. So it is better for them because if they don't be airport, even if commercial flights are not available, individual country cannot even go there with any flight. No flight want to go into that place.
And I mean, I do understand the dynamics involved there. I wonder, are we planning or have we begun any sort of discussions with the Lebanese government, whether through our embassy in the country or through their embassy here in Abuja?
Of course, yes, we've been doing that. But if you know very well, in Lebanon, why they are even having some of this problem is that no stable government for now. I think they are having an interim government. They are having their own domestic political issues. I mean, they are just having an interim government for now, trying to reorganize themselves for either election or for a new regime to take over. The president there now is an interim person. We are in touch with our Saudi affairs. We are in touch with the leader of Nigerian community there, Mr. Roland. Saudi affairs, Mr. Yabani. We are in close contact. They've been meeting, they've been talking. And we said, assess the situation. If you are no longer comfortable, now we still have commercial flights. I think the best thing for you is to move. And it's not only Nigeria that are doing this.
Of course.
Some other countries already issue travel advice to their citizens that they should move now. Because we don't know the next target. And I'm repeating this. And the moment they start targeting the airport, blocking the movement, trying to curtail, I mean, I've been following the trajectory of the war. The airport definitely will be the target. If they can target schools, they can target hospitals, they can target their distance. I mean, look at what happened yesterday. So I think it's still I mean, it's optional. If some people still believe that no, they want to stay there. It's optional. I mean, because we feel concerned for their safety. We have to quickly say that. Because if we didn't get into full-scale war, it will be difficult for anybody to do any evacuation.
Of course.
And by that time, you will say, what is Nigeria doing to get the people evacuated from there? It will be difficult.
Well, I mean, Mr. Balogun, we are hoping that at that time we will have our citizens in a safe place. But I do want to thank you for joining me this morning. And hopefully, if things develop any further, which we are again hoping does not happen, if they do develop any further, we're hoping to reach out to you to discuss some more on what NIDCOM plans. Thank you so much for joining me on the conversation this morning.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you too for having me. Thank you.
Mr. Abdurrahman Balogun is spokesperson of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, joining me to discuss the latest advisory to Nigerians in Lebanon. They've been asked to leave the country while commercial flights are still operational following Israel's incursion into southern Lebanon.
This is Now Breakfast.
This is Radio Now 95.3 FM. Come for the news, stay for informed conversations.